It's a fresh new week, and we are very so excited to have you be part of our program today. This is Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. I am Henry Igwebike.
And I'm Shoma Porter.
All right, we'll be heading straight to our newspaper headlines, and right after that will be our main conversation also for today. Please do well to be part of our community. Have a say in what we say. You can always find us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. With us today in the studio to look through all we have on our newspaper headlines today is Barrister Tunji Abdul Hamid, a barrister, law and public affairs analyst. Good morning to you, barrister, and welcome to a brand new week today on Enterprise Television.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. It's my
Thank you.
pleasure to be with you.
Thank you so very much. All right, so let's kickstart this morning with the first daily on our desk, Daily Trust newspaper. And the big story here is CNG commercial drivers order task government on infrastructure refueling stations.
On the top strip of the Daily Trust newspaper, you find 11 killed in Anambra court clash.
All right, also we have a legal battle over electricity tariff hike, not over, man.
Okay, we are wasting much time. Let's get into the crux of the day, and we're talking about Lagbaja not dead, says Army.
Okay, and I think you have some inside scoop on that.
Yeah, we
particular
have some
story.
inside scoop on that particular
Yeah.
story. Let me just give a little rundown. The Nigerian Army has dismissed insinuation that there is a leadership vacuum with regards to personnel posting and promotion as the Chief of Army Staff. Taoreed Lagbaja is on annual leave. This is contained in a statement by the Director, Army Public Relations, Onyema Wachuku, a Major General, on Saturday in Abuja. Mr. Wachuku said the statement was in reaction to what he described as social media stories, rumors, and innuendos about happenings in the Nigerian Army. He said that while some of the stories were laughable and deserved no further reference, others bordered on pure mischief, calculated to cause panic and confusion within the rank and file, as well as the general public.
All right, barrister, let's take a look at this particular story. As much as we are so excited that the military have come up to say that Lagbaja, of course, is still very much alive and kicking so well, but some Nigerians have raised this smoke, about leadership vacuum in the Nigerian army. What do you have to say about this, especially with regards to this headline here? Lagbaja not dead, says army.
I think thank God for that news that has keep to place the rumor that is dead. You see, that's what you get this kind of a thing when we don't have transparency, when people don't tell you what is happening in the environment. We run our government as our system as if we're in a court organization, whereby you must keep everything secret. Yes, people don't, when people are sick, especially those in authority, those in position of authority, they don't always want people to know. I don't know why. And these same people will be treated with our common words. So it's unfair for anybody to think of death for any other person if he is not sure that that person is actually dead. And you see, it's not today. This has been like this for long, when government will keep secrets of a position of the earth of those in authority. It started, I remember that of Yaradua when he was sick and he was taken away. In fact, there was a denial of his sickness. He wasn't, we were not aware, we were told. In fact, I remember on the campaign ground, President Obasanjo put a phone across and he was saying, Yaradua, he said, you are dead. Is it true? Are you dead? After Yaradua, we have a similar situation with the former president, President Buhari. He was away from the country and people were saying he's sick, and those in authority are saying, no, nothing is happening with him. He's at an elderly. And then the current president too, so many times he would travel and people would say he traveled to go and do medication. I don't know why we keep keeping this as a secret. But I know as an individual in this country that most individuals in the country, they like this secret of their personal affair. They don't want it to be people to know. But once you are in a public or office, particularly as a president or as a leader at that level, you don't have a private life that should be kept, especially when our commonwealth will be used to treat you. So I think it's good to quickly bring out information so that people will not disseminate wrong information and give us rumors that is not palatable. I want to wish the man quick recovery, and I hope that he will get better soon, and I will come back to us, Aid and Eddie, and so that we can see him back. We have been told there is no vacuum in the army, that somebody has taken charge pending when he's returned. Thank God they've in their statement confirmed that the man is sick.
Okay.
It's indirectly or directly, he's there. He's having challenges with his health.
Yeah.
So that is at least that has taken care of the rumor regarding his health condition.
All right.
We are now aware that he's having health challenges, but we have been told that it's not dead, which I think it should be.
Okay, saying that now he has head challenges, is this not the right time for him to at least step down, because the position he's occupying is really sensitive, looking at the insecurity and the rates at which things are going on in the country at this time?
It will be premature for us to sit here and say it is right time for him to sit to resign. We don't know we have not been told the extent of his what's it called health challenges. We don't know whether it's something that's we have a president that has spent over 6 months in abroad for taking care of himself, and he later came back and become very strong. So we don't know the nature of his sickness. We don't know what exactly has happened to him. So if the nature is the kind that he can manage, if he can cope with it and it's okay, when he comes back, he can return to his base.
All right, very well.
That for us to say because he's sick, anybody can get sick, and then he should just resign. Whether you want to throw in the towel or not, that is left to him. It is not for us to advise him and say because he's sick, he should resign. No,
right.
We should know the nature of his sickness first.
All right, so very well. Okay, so let's move on to the next paper, The Punch. Here, the big story: greed collapses 105 times in 10 years, despite a $1.4 billion loan.
Okay, moving on the top strip. Current insecurity worse than during my government. That is coming from Obasanjo.
All right, so we equally have same story just like the one we had before. Army debunks COA's debt rumor, retires 15 generals.
Okay, moving on. Petrol marketers import 123 million liters. Continue talks with Dangote. Details are on page 35.
All right, so let's get into this particular story. Obasanjo saying the current insecurity worse than during my government. Barrister, do you believe in that submission? That insecurity, of course, that was experienced during the days of Olusegun Obasanjo was less than what we have today?
Insecurity.
Yes.
Less in what way?
That the gravity of mayhem as a result of insecurity in Nigeria is
that is debatable. It's not something one can just say, because I know what we call Boko Haram today started. I think it started when they were in the last era of what's it called? I think it's what's it called? President Obasanjo, when it was about leaving. That was when the issue of Boko Haram. I can't remember again. You know what? The killing of Yusuf, the head of those group, it was killed by the police, and that was what made them become more enraged, and then become the point I prefer to say is that, look, they were able to do more or provide more security at that era than now. Now we look like because in government are lackadaisical, or they are not even interested in knowing what to do. At that time, I think Obasanjo was more active, he was able to do things that would at least show deterrence to anybody who wants to engage in similar situation. He was more about curing the effect of the insecurity that we have that time than now. We have insecurity at that time too, but I think for me the insecurity today is has no level. When I say today, I'm talking about from the Buhari regime to date. It's become something else. In other words, it's more bigger than what we have in that, and it's bigger because those in government are not doing the right thing.
So what you're saying is APC has done not a good job.
Of course,
from Buhari to
of course, they've not been denying the fact that there is insecurity. Where they've always not been. And when you deny things, you won't be able to find solution to it. You must, when you acknowledge that there's a problem, that's when you'll be able to find solution. But then they've been heading away from this issue of the fact that we have insecurity. They are trying to, during the President Buhari regime, there are so many adjectives were used to say Boko Haram. That time it was only Boko Haram or so. And then today we have kidnapping, we have banditry, we have so many S-men, we have so many other things now. So it's more, you can't compare the insecurity today with that of regime of President what's it called? Obasanjo. The insecurity today has no level, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, thank you, Barrister Tunji. Let's look at this particular story. Petrol marketers import 123 million litres. Continue talks with Dangote. I'm looking at this move to still import when they are still communicating and still in talks with Dangote. How do you see this development?
This Dangote of the thing, I think is getting to, it's dragging as far as I'm concerned. It's a private business. He's selling his goods. Anybody wants to buy it and go and buy. Why are we so concerned as in Nigeria about Dangote? We are not. All I'm concerned about the NNPC providing us with our refinery. We are not. We are dissipating our energy on how Dangote.
Nigerians have given up on the NNPC. Actually, giving up.
We can also not rely on Dangote because Dangote is a private business. He can tomorrow say I'm not doing it again.
But before then, before now, we were made to believe that he was the solution. The solution.
Not all, some of people like us were not saying no. We don't believe in that. That it may not be that because this is a private business. I've been maintaining this before long. That this is a private business, and you cannot dictate to him how he will do his business. So if he wants to, in fact, he can try to say, "I'm not selling to you people in Nigeria again. I want to sell abroad." You can't prevent him from doing that. Unfortunately, we helped him a lot in when he was building it. When I say we now, I'm talking about the country, because I know he was given so many privileges. I remember when there was a scarcity of dollars or something. I was remember the SCBN was came into his aid. In fact, at a point we even guarantees the debt or something. So he should also look at those things and then see what he can do to help the country. But like I said, he's a businessman. He's not interested in this sentiment that emotion that we are bringing out. It's only about his investment, how to equip it and how to sustain that investment. For if we truly want to are concerned about our fuel, we should be more concerned about NNPC having our own refinery working. We must ask questions about that. Until we have question or we have a refinery that is working, we may not be able to get it right. Even when we have a refinery that is working, that does not guarantee what's it called, the reduction in price of our commodity, because we have been told it's an international market that determines the price of oil.
All right. I think that's just about the size of our package today. Unfortunately, even as at today, the liter of fuel is above 1,000 naira, but there's so much queue. And you wonder if a solution is anywhere closer to us. Thank you so very much, Barrister.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
Thank you, Harry. When we return,
look at me.
From a black Maria.
I am beaten and my phones are seizing.
Police arrest protesters commemorating EndSARS massacre in Lagos. Stay with us.